This is Grade 12 English. Today's lesson is from your supplementary book Vistas. The name of the lesson is Should Wizard Hit Mommy? Written by John Howard Updike. John Howard Updike was an American novelist. He was born on March 18, 1932 and he died on January 27, 2009. He was a poet, short story writer, art critic and literary critic, and he was one of only 3 writers to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction more than once. Updike published more than 20 novels and more than a dozen short story collections, as well as poetry, art and literary criticism, and children's books during his career. Introduction of the lesson. This is a story about the world view of a little child and the difficult moral questions she raises during the story session with her father. The story revolves around Jack, who is a father to 2 kids, Joanne, called as Joe, and Bobby. So 2 kids, Joe and Bobby. His wife Claire is carrying their 3rd child. Jack had a habit of telling his daughter Joe a story every evening and on Saturday afternoon naps. Nap means a short sleep. This time, when he is telling her a story, she interrupts him and asks him questions whenever she feels that things that are being told are not right. So Jack now finds himself in a fix and doesn't know how to resolve Joe's questions. Parents feel that children should do or think exactly what they are told. They should believe whatever they are told by their parents. But is this a right attitude? This moral question is raised by the story and left for the reader to decide what should be done. Characters of the story. Jack, Joe's father. Claire, Jack's wife. She was pregnant with a 3rd child. Joe, Jack's daughter. Then Bobby, Jack's son. Now characters in Jack's story. Roger Skunk, Owl, Wizard, Mommy Skunk, other animals. That means friends of Roger Skunk. See the summary of the story, then we will see the lesson elaborately. On every evening and before nap time, Jack narrates a bedtime story to his daughter Joe. This storytelling tradition began when Joe was 2 years old. But as she is growing up, she does not fall asleep hearing the stories anymore. And Jack is falling short of new ideas for stories. Jack followed the same pattern of reciting the story, that is, there has to be a different animal every time, but with the same name Roger, who always had a problem and to fix it. He went to the wise owl, who always suggested the animal to visit the wizard. The wizard cures the problem and asks for payment from Roger the animal. And because Roger does not have money, so the wizard even tells him where to find the extra money. At the end of the story, Roger pays to the wizard and goes to play with the other animal until it's time for his father to come home. One day, when Jack begins the Saturday story, he explains that this time Roger the skunk is the hero of the story. Roger the skunk is the hero of the story. Inspired by Joe's suggestion and by his own memories of being bullied as a child, Jack cooks up a story about Roger skunk, who smelled very bad that no one wanted to play with him. Joe was aware of the pattern that her father followed while narrating the story, and she becomes more intent on controlling the direction of the narrative. Jack wished to finish his story so that he could help his 6-month pregnant wife, Claire, downstairs painting the room, who should not be doing manual work or heavy lifting. Jack asks Joe to stop interrupting and trying to control the plot and fall asleep. He explains that Roger Skunk goes to Owl, who further sends him to a wizard who performs a magic spell. Joe questions in between if magic spells are real. Jack does not have a suitable answer for this, and he continues with the story that the wizard performs a spell on Roger Skunk to make him smell like roses. Jack feels that Joe is losing interest in the story since her face looked the way like his wife does when she is pretending to be interested in his cocktail party discussion. Joe grows impatient as the story is about to come to an end. And because Jack dislikes this behavior, so he changes the structure of the story to have her interest back to the story. He tells Joe that when Roger Skunk returned back to his home, his mother was very angry or furious because of the way he smelled. She wanted the wizard to turn the spell back. Joe did not expect this twist, and she could not understand why the mother wanted her son to be someone that made other animals run away from him. She refuses to accept this change in the plot and wants the wizard to refuse to change Roger back and hit his stupid mommy over the head with his wand. Jack explained to her that because Roger Skunk loved his mother more than the company of other animal, he was better off with his old smell. After completing the story, he asked Joe to go to sleep, but Joe asks her father to tell him another story tomorrow where the wizard must hit Roger Skunk's mother over the head with his wand. Jack goes down without answering her and sat on a chair and watched his wife repaint the room. He sees the molding in their house as a cage surrounding him and his wife, and he does not feel the desire to help her. Let's see the lesson elaborately. Every evening and on Saturday afternoon naps, Jack used to tell his daughter a bedtime story. This habit started when Joe was 2 years old, and now Joe was 4 years old. Jack did not have any creative ideas for stories. So most of the stories that he used to tell Joe revolved around the same plot concerning an animal named Roger. In every story, Roger used to be a different animal with some kind of a problem. Then Roger would go to the wise owl to take help, who would in return tell him to go to the wizard. Wizard, a man who has magical powers, Mandravadi. Okay. Then Roger would take his problem to the wizard, who would help him in exchange for some pennies, that means money. After helping him, the wizard would ask him to go to a certain place to fetch some more pennies, and Roger would do exactly like that. Then after paying the wizard, Roger would go back and all the other animals would start playing with him. He would be very happy, and later he would return home just in time to wait for his father, who would be returning from Boston by train. Jack described their supper and the story was over. Jack had now started getting tired of his daily routine because he had run out of ideas for the stories. Also, Joe did not sleep listening to the story anymore. Jack knew that she wouldn't be sleeping soon. Bobby, her baby brother, who was 2 years old, was already sleeping with his bottle in his mouth. When Jack asked Joe that who should the story be about that day, she thought for a while and replied that she wanted it to be of a skunk. Skunk, it is a small cat-sized animal. So she wanted it to be of a skunk, a small cat-sized animal. Jack then thought that she must have heard about this animal in nursery school and also got enthusiastic as he had a new hero for his story. Then Jack started the story. The story started with a Roger skunk living in the forest. Jack said that Roger smelled bad. None of the other animals in the forest liked to play with him. All the other animals would start running away whenever he would go out to play. At this moment, Jack was recollecting about certain humiliations, that means insults, that he had faced during his childhood for being foul smelling. Then Joe asked whether Roger would see the wise owl. Jack noticed that Joe was getting anxious with the story and felt pleased with it. He did not want to hurry and wanted to make the story more intense as he wanted to convey a message through it. While Jack was telling the story, suddenly Jack heard a voice downstairs of a chair being pulled and realized that he must go down to help his wife to paint the living room, but had to continue with the story as Joe had not slept yet. So Jack continued that Roger's skunk was sad, and as he walked, he came across a tree where he saw the wise owl. The skunk then shared his problem with the wise owl, and the owl started thinking of how he could help the little skunk. Then Joe shouted enthusiastically that the wise owl would ask him to go to the wizard, as she had known about the basic plot of the stories her dad used to tell her. Jack got a bit irritated and scolded her and asked her if she wanted to tell the story by herself. Joe denied, and Jack asked her to lie down peacefully and continue listening to the story. Jack to tell the story out of his head. Then Jack continued with the story that the owl told Roger to go to see the wizard for his problem. Then Joe interrupted him and asked if the magic spells that the wizard used were real. When Joe asked this question, Jack realized that Joe was coming into the reality phase and had started asking questions about things her parents used to tell her. He noticed that she no longer believed her parents blindly and was curious about everything that was told to her. Joe repeated her questions, to which Jack replied that the spells were real in stories. Jack continued with his story that the skunk went through the way the wise owl had asked him to go and reach a white house and knock on the door. To make the sound effect of how the skunk knocked the door, Jack knocked on the windowsill. Now Joe was very thrilled. Jack continued that the old man with a long white beard and a blue pointed hat came out. Then Jack made his favorite sound effect and continued that the wizard asked Roger what he wanted and that he had a very bad body odor. Then to this Roger replied that he knew that he smelled bad and told him that all the other animals ran away from him. He also told the wizard that the wise owl had told him that he could help him. Then the old man replied that maybe he could and asked Roger Skunk to follow him inside and not to get too close. Then Jack described how the house of the wizard was really dirty from inside because he did not have a cleaning lady. So now Joe interrupted, why was it so? Why he did not have a cleaning lady? Jack replied that because he was a very old man and also a wizard, so he did not require any cleaning lady. Then Joe again interrupted and asked him, would the wizard die? Jack replied that wizards never die. Now in the story, then the wizard started looking out for something and took out an old stick called the magic wand. He asked Roger what he wanted to smell like. Roger wished to smell like roses. Joe was happy about the fact and that he wanted to smell like a rose. Then Jack said the magical words in the voice of a wizard. Now Jack related the face that his daughter made to that of his wife. She made such a face when she pretended to be enjoying a cocktail party. Then he continued that the whole house of the wizard was filled with the fragrance of roses. Then by mistake, Jack said Roger fish. Then immediately Joe corrected him. Just then Jack got a bit annoyed with Joe's expression and suddenly he heard some furniture rumbling downstairs. Rumbling means a continuous sound, deep sound. He realized that Claire shouldn't be moving heavy things as she was 6 months pregnant and they were going to have their third baby. Then the wizard told Roger to go to the end of the lane, that means end of the street, and turn around 3 times, and when he would look in the magic well, he would find 3 pennies. Then Roger did exactly how he was told and got the extra pennies. He then gave the pennies to the wizard and ran back to the woods where everybody gathered around him because he smelled so good. Then they all played a lot of games and enjoyed themselves. As it was getting dark, all the animals ran back to their mummies. Joe had started getting bored with the story and was more interested in looking out of the window. She thought that the story was over. On the other hand, Jack did not like women who would take things for granted. He liked women who remained interested in his talks. Then he again continued the story. The mommy skunk asked that from where was that bad smell coming from. Roger replied that it was from him. Then he added that he smelt like roses. Mommy skunk asked Roger that who had made him smell like that. Then Roger replied that the wizard had done so. The mommy skunk got angry and ordered Roger to accompany her to the wizard. Roger told his mom that all his friends ran away from him if he smelled bad. His mom replied that she didn't care and that he smelled just the way a baby skunk should smell. His mom took out her umbrella and they went to the wizard's house. When the wizard opened the door and the mommy skunk hit him on his head. Then Joe started imagining her own story about how the wizard would have hit the mommy skunk back and never changed Roger's skunk back. But her father told her that nothing of that sort happened. And the wizard changed Roger's skunk back to the normal and he did not smell of roses anymore. Now, a question was about to pop up in little Joe's mind. But Jack stopped her and told her that it was his story and if she wanted him to tell her any more stories, then she should keep quiet. So Joe kept on looking at her father with a great surprise as she waited for the story to be continued. Now in the story, after some time, when Roger Skunk and his mom were going back home, his father arrived back from Boston. Then all of them had their dinner. Later that night, when Roger Skunk was sleeping, Mom Skunk came back. She hugged him and told him that he smelled again like her baby skunk and that she loved him a lot. With this, Jack ended the story. Now Joe again asked her father, did the other animals run away from Roger Skunk again? Jack replied, no, because they slowly got accustomed. That means they slowly adjusted to the smell, so they did not feel like running away anymore. Jack said that everybody started liking Roger Skunk. But Joe thought that what Mommy Skunk did was not right and said that what the mother skunk did was stupid. But Jack took it personally and said no, because somewhere he was relating it to himself and defending his own mother. Then Jack told Joe that he wanted her to take a long day nap. Then he went very softly to the door and acted as if Joe had slept, but when he turned and looked, she was staring at him and sitting on the top of the covers. Then he told her to go to sleep, as she was also disturbing her brother who was sleeping. Then she stood up and asked her father to tell her a story the next day, that the wizard took her magic stick and hit the mommy and chopped her plump arms. Then Jack explained to her that this was not what the story said. He told her that the story gave us a message, that the skunk loved his mother more than any of the other animals in the woods, and that his mother knew what was right for him and what was not. Then, as he was explaining Joe about the story, she started insisting that the next day he would have to tell her a story like the one she wanted. Real side of the story. Jack ended his story with Roger Skunk's mother hitting the wizard for giving a new smell to her son. In fact, Joe had loved the previous ending of the story, where Roger became a happy creature with the smell of roses that the wizard gave him. She was displeased with this new ending and wanted her father to make the wizard hit Roger's mommy. But Jack was not ready to make any change, as he thought Joe should accept him without questioning. As Jack had created Roger after himself and Roger's mother after his own mother, he wanted the story remain a reminder to his daughter to understand the importance of yielding to her parents. Joe was being a bit stubborn. Then Jack told her to be patient and sleep, and that he would see to it the next day. He then asked her to stay on the bed and close the door. Then he went downstairs and saw his wife painting the walls. She had opened the paint and spread the newspapers, and she was wearing an old shirt of his over her maternity dress. She was painting the chair rail. Then Jack's wife told him that it was a long story that he was telling Joe. Then, as he was feeling very tired, he just sat and watched his wife do all the work. Then he started looking at the woodwork around him and started relating it to his life. He was looking at it and thinking that both of them, Jack and Claire, were caught in a cage-like situation in their marriage. There was no solution to it. Neither did he want to talk to her nor speak. Joe, Jack and Claire's 4-year-old daughter. She is very curious by nature and is very interrogative, stubborn, Then emphatic. Emphatic means very determined as she relates to Roger Skunk's desire to be accepted by other animals. Then she is too innocent and young. Therefore, she believes that Roger Skunk's mother is the villain of the story. Joe's suggestion that the wizard should hit Roger's mother for her misbehavior implies, that means hinted, that Joe has picked up on the unhappy nature of her parents' marriage. Claire, Joe's mother and Jack's wife. She is only heard in the story when she moves the furniture under Joe's room in the living room. She is 6 months pregnant and she is dignified and graceful. Dignified is majestic, graceful, she is very elegant, stylish in appearance. Though she is physically absent from the story, Jack sees her growing in his daughter Joe, as even she acts like her mother or contradicts him, which he certainly dislikes. A constant or fixed character in Jack's bedtime stories. He gives solutions to Roger's problems in the story. Then he performs magic spells. Then he changes Roger's skunk foul smell to that of scented roses and later reverses the spell as demanded by Roger Skunk's mother. Roger Skunk's mother. She refuses to allow Roger Skunk to smell scented. She asks the wizard to undo the spell cast on her son. She is a symbol of familial obligation, that means sense of duty, over the freedom to follow one's own will without regards to others. The ultimate villain of the story told by her father for analyzing moral issues. The lesson Should Wizard Hit Mommy addresses important moral issues through a story that a father tells his daughter. So this lesson addresses important moral issues. The story is supposed to deliver a specific message to the daughter that parents know what is best for their children because parents love their children the most. ஸோ பேரண்ட்ஸுக்கு தெரியும் குழந்தைங்களுக்கு எது நல்லது அப்படின்னு. பிகாஸ் பேரண்ட்ஸ் பேரண்ட்ஸ் they love their children the most. So they know what is best for their children. One should not look for instant solution to the problems in life. ஸோ லைஃப்பில் இருக்க ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்க்கு இன்ஸ்டன்ட் அப்போதைக்கு மட்டும் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் தேடக்கூடாது. One should wait patiently for acceptance from friends, and just because friends run away from you initially because you are stink does not mean that you have to change your essential character, because after some time they will get used to the way you are. So one should wait patiently. So instant solution நம்ம தேடக்கூடாது. பேஷண்ட்டாக வெயிட் பண்ணணும். ஃபார் அக்செப்டன்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் நம்மளை அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கிற வரைக்கும் நம்ம வெயிட் பண்ணணும். ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் நம்மளை விட்டு போகிறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக நம்மளோட எசென்ஷியல் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கேரக்டரை நம்ம மாற்றிக்கக்கூடாது. பிகாஸ் யுவர் ஸ்டிங்க் டஸ் நாட் மீன் தட். ஸோ அந்த ஸ்டோரியில் ராஜர் ஸ்கங்கோட நேச்சர் தட் அன்பிளசன்ட் ஸ்மெல். ஸோ அதுக்காக அந்த மாதிரி ஸோ நம்மளோட கேரக்டர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு பிடிக்கல அப்படின்னா அதுக்காக நம்மளோட பேசிக்கான நம்ம கேரக்டரை நம்ம மாற்றிக்கக்கூடாது. we have to wait patiently. After some time they will get used to the way you are. கொஞ்ச நாள் நம்ம வெயிட் பண்ணோன்னா நம்மளோட கேரக்டரை அவங்களே புரிஞ்சுப்பாங்க. ஓகே. Then acceptance or the lack of it from friends should not mean that you change the way. ஸோ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணலைனாலோ இல்லை லேக் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்னாலோ அதுக்கு அர்த்தம் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் கிடைக்கல அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கான குவாலிட்டியை மாற்றிக்கணுன்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஓகே. அக்செப்டன்ஸ் ஆர் த லேக் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் should not mean that you change the way நேச்சர் ஹேஸ் இன்டெண்டட் யூ டு பி. நீ இப்படி தான் இருக்கணும்னு நேச்சர் வந்து இயற்கையாக உனக்கு கொடுத்த அந்த குவாலிட்டியை நீ மாற்றிக்க கூடாது. யூ ஷுட் வெயிட் பேஷண்ட்லி டில் தே கெட் யூஸ்ட் டு த வே யூ ஆர். இஃப் ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க் ஸ்மெல்ட் ஆஃப் ரோசஸ் ஹீ வுட் நோ லாங்கர் பி எ ஸ்கங்க். அந்த ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க் வந்து ரோஸ் ஸ்மெல் அடிச்சுது அப்படின்னா அது வந்து ஸ்கங்காகவே இருக்க முடியாது. ஸோ ஸ்கங்க்குக்கு ஒரு ஜென்ரல் குவாலிட்டி, அதனோட குவாலிட்டி என்ன, தட் அன்பிளசன்ட் ஸ்மெல். அது அன்பிளசன்ட் ஸ்மெல் இருந்தால் தான் அது ஸ்கங்க். அது வந்து நேச்சராக கொடுத்த ஒரு குவாலிட்டி. சப்போஸ் இஃப் he would smelled of roses, he would gain a few friends. அப்படி ரோஸ் ஸ்மெல் இருந்ததுன்னா ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து கெயின் பண்ணியிருக்க முடியும் ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க்னால. பட் லூஸ் ஹிஸ் என்டையர் ஃபேமிலி. அந்த என்டையர் ஃபேமிலி, அதோட ஃபேமிலியே அது வந்து இழந்திருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் மெசேஜ். வாட் இஸ் த ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் மெசேஜ்? One should not look for instant solution to the problems in life. One should wait patiently. And then if your friends do not like the way you are means, it does not mean that you have that you change your essential character, because after some time they will get used to it. And then your parents know what is best for you because they love their children. Common issues found in most families. Here in this story, John Updike addresses common issues found in most families. Issues related to generation gap, learning to respect each other, parents not accepting that the fact that their children are growing up and that they have individual identities, children not appreciating the fact that their parents love them and often know what is best for them. Children don't respect their parents' wisdom while parents don't appreciate their children's point of view. Both children and parents need to learn to be inclusive, appreciating diversity and creativity, and not imposing ideas on each other, and building up a culture of mutual respect and tolerance. So common issues families la enna generation gap, then learning to respect each other. ஸோ சின்னவங்களாக இருந்தாலும் பெரியவங்களாக இருந்தாலும் ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் மரியாதை கொடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற விஷயம். தென் பேரண்ட்ஸ் நாட் அக்செப்டிங் த ஃபேக்ட் தட் தேர் சில்ட்ரன் ஆர் க்ரோயிங் அப். பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அந்த ஃபேக்ட் வந்து அவங்க அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறதில்ல. சில்ட்ரன் வந்து வளர்ந்துட்டுருக்காங்க அண்ட் தட் தே ஹாவ் இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஐடென்டிட்டிஸ். அவங்களுக்குன்னு குழந்தைங்க வளர்ந்துட்டுருக்காங்க, அவங்களுக்குன்னு இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறது பேரண்ட்ஸ் தே ஆர் நாட் அக்செப்டிங். Even though after growing up they are treating their children still like smallies. Then children not appreciating the fact that their parents love them. ஸோ அதே போல் பேரண்ட்ஸ் எப்படி அதை அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கலையோ, சில்ட்ரன் வந்து they are also not appreciating, not accepting, appreciating the fact. எதை அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணுறதில்ல சில்ட்ரன் அப்படின்னா that their parents love them. பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து they love themங்கிறத they are not appreciating and often know what is best for them. ஸோ அவங்கள விட பேரண்ட்ஸுக்கு தெரியும் குழந்தைங்களுக்கு எது பெஸ்ட்டு, அவங்களுக்கு எது பெஸ்ட்டுங்கிறது பேரண்ட்ஸுக்கு தெரியும் அப்படிங்கிறத children they are not appreciating. And then children don't respect their parents' wisdom while parents don't appreciate their children's point of view. ஸோ சில்ட்ரன் வந்து தே டோன்ட் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பேரண்ட்ஸோட விஸ்டமை, தே டோன்ட் ரெஸ்பெக்ட். அதே மாதிரி பேரண்ட்ஸ் தே டோன்ட் அப்ரிஷியேட். குழந்தைங்களோட பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவை அவங்க அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணுறதில்ல, அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுறதில்ல. ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் த காமன் இஷ்யூஸ் ஃபவுண்ட் இன் மோஸ்ட் ஃபேமிலிஸ். அண்ட் தென் ஃபேமிலிக்குள்ளே வாட் தே ஷுட் அப்ரிஷியேட் தேர் க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டி. ஒருத்தருக்கு பேரண்ட்ஸ் ஆகட்டும் சில்ட்ரன் ஆகட்டும், தே ஷுட் நாட் ஃபோர்ஸ் தேர் ஐடியாஸ் ஆன் ஈச் அதர். அவங்களோட ஐடியாஸை ஃபோர்ஸ் பண்ணி ஃபோர்ஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது அவங்க ஐடியாஸை. and then they should build up a culture of mutual respect and tolerance வேணும். And then elders ஆகட்டும் youngers ஆகட்டும் mutual respect கண்டிப்பாக they should build. Okay, so what are the common issues? Generation gap, then learning to respect each other, then parents not accepting the fact that their children are growing up and that they have individual identities, then children not appreciating the fact that their parents love them and often know what is best for them, then children not appreciating the fact that their parents love them. Children don't respect their parents' wisdom while parents don't appreciate their children's point of view. Both children and parents need to learn to appreciate their diversities and creativity. எந்த ஒரு வித்தியாசமாக இருந்தாலும் க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டியாக இருந்தாலும் எல்லாத்தையுமே அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கிற மென்டாலிட்டி வேணும். தென் they should not impose ideas on each other and they should build up a culture of mutual respect and tolerance. One of the important moral issues in the lesson comes from the fact that while Joe is not able to appreciate Jack's point of view, so also is Jack her father. So one of the important moral issues என்னது? Joe is not able to appreciate Jack's point of view. ஜோவால் அவளோட ஃபாதர் ஜாக்ஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவை அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ண முடியல, அக்செப்ட் பண்ண முடியல. சேம் அதே போல தான் ஜாக் ஆல்சோ இஸ் நாட் அப்ரிஷியேட் ஜோஸ் வியூ. He needs to appreciate the fact that his daughter is growing up and that she is bound to have her own individual ideas. ஸோ அவர் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கணும், அவரோட டாட்டர் வளர்ந்துட்டுருக்கா, ஷீ இஸ் க்ரோயிங் அப் அப்படிங்கிறத ஹீ நீட்ஸ் டு அக்செப்ட். அந்த ஃபேக்டை அவர் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கணும். அண்ட் ஷீ இஸ் பவுண்ட் டு ஹேர் ஓன் இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஐடியாஸ். அவளுக்குன்னு ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஐடியாஸ் இருக்குங்கிறத ஹீ ஷுட் அக்செப்ட். அண்ட் தஸ் ஹீ ஷுடன்ட் இம்போஸ் ஹிஸ் வேர்ல்ட் வியூ ஆன் ஹர். அவரோட வியூஸை பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவை ஹீ ஷுட் நாட் ஃபோர்ஸ் ஆன் ஹர். ஓகே, so Jack should not impose his point of view on her. He should accept that his daughter is growing up. ஸோ அவள் வளர்ந்துட்டுருக்கா, அவளுக்குன்னு இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஐடியாஸ் இருக்குங்கிறத he should accept he should have accepted. Okay, accept பண்ணியிருந்துருக்கணும். A lot happens during the story that makes Joe feel terrified. ஸோ ஸ்டோரி சொல்லும்போது நிறைய விஷயங்கள் ஜோ ஃபீல்ஸ் டெரிஃபைட். ஸோ என்ன நடந்தது? ஸோ வென் லிசன் டு த ஸ்டோரி, வென் ஷி லிசன்ஸ் டு த ஸ்டோரி, வென் த ஸ்டோரி இஸ் டேக்கிங் அப் அ டேர்ன் இன் த ராங் டைரக்ஷன். ஸோ அந்த ஸ்டோரி ராங் டைரக்ஷன் போகும்போது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி ஷி இன்டரப்ட்ஸ் ஜாக் ஃப்ரீக்வெண்ட்லி அண்ட் ஜாக் ஸ்கோல்ஸ் ஹர் வித் த வேர்ட்ஸ் லைக், நவ் Joe, daddy is telling the story. Do you want to tell daddy the story or not? ஸோ அந்த ஸ்டோரி ராங் டைரக்ஷனில் போகும்போது என்ன பண்ணா, டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணா ஜாக். ஸோ ஜாக் ஹீ ஸ்கோல்ஸ் ஹர். ஸோ என்ன சொன்னார், டேடி இப்போ ஸ்டோரி சொல்லிகிட்ருக்கேன், இப்போ சொல்லணுமா வேண்டாமா அப்படின்னு. பட் ஜாக் ஹீ டிட் நாட் லைக் விமன் வென் தே டுக் எனிதிங் ஃபார் கிராண்டட். ஸோ விமன் அவரை அப்போஸ் பண்ணுற எந்த விமனும் ஜாக்குக்கு பிடிக்காது. ஸோ இட் இஸ் ஈஸி டு பிளேம் ஜாக் ஃபார் நாட் பீயிங் டாலரண்ட் இனஃப் டுவர்ட்ஸ் ஹிஸ் டாட்டர். ஸோ அவரோட டாட்டர் என்ன சொல்ல வரா அப்படிங்கிறத கேட்குற பொறுமை ஜாக்குக்கு கிடையாது. இட்ஸ் ஈஸி டு பிளேம் ஜாக் ஃபார் நாட் பீயிங் டாலரண்ட். தென் ஹிஸ் இரிட்டேஷன் அண்ட் curt attitude, that means rude attitude towards his daughter, is an important moral issue. ஸோ என்ன இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் moral issue அப்படின்னா ஜாக்ஸ் இரிட்டேஷன் அண்ட் ரூட் ஆட்டிடியூட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் ஹிஸ் டாட்டர் ஜோ. இதுதான் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் இஷ்யூ. There are some questions for better understanding of children who are growing up. So listen carefully children, these questions. How do you treat a little girl of 4 who who seems to be a rebel and doesn't accept her father's version of the story. ஒரு 4-year லிட்டில் கேர்ள் எப்படி ட்ரீட் பண்ணுவோம், அதுவும் 4-year கேர்ள் ஹூ சீம்ஸ் டு பி எ ரிபல் மீன்ஸ் ஸோ அவங்க இங்கே ஜாக் அவங்க சொல்கிறதுக்கு அகெயின்ஸ்டாக ஆப்போசிட்டாக கொஷின்ஸ் அரைஸ் பண்ணுறா ஜோ. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 4-year லிட்டில் கேர்ளை எப்படி ட்ரீட் பண்ணுவீங்க? இஸ் க்ரோயிங் அப் அண்ட் திங்கிங் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்லி எ க்ரைம். ஸோ வளரதும் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக திங்க் பண்ணுறதும் ஒரு க்ரைமா? வாஸ் இட் பெர்ஹாப்ஸ் தட் ஹர் ஃபாதர் வாஸ் ட்ரீட்டிங் ஹர் ஆஸ் அ க்ரோன் அப், நாட் ரியலைசிங் தட் ஹர் லெவல் ஆஃப் மெச்சூரிட்டி டிட் நாட் அலோ ஹர் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஹிஸ் சைட் ஆஃப் த ஸ்டோரி. ஸோ ஜாக் வந்து ஜோவை ஒரு க்ரோனப்பாக ட்ரீட் பண்ணுறாரு. ஆனால் he was not realizing, ஒரு விஷயத்தை அவர் ரியலைஸ் பண்ணல, that her level of maturity did not allow her to understand his side of the story. அவர் எந்த வகையில் அவர் ஸ்டோரியை கொண்டு போகிறாரு, எதுக்காக அப்படி சொல்கிறாரு அப்படிங்கிறத அவளோட லெவல் ஆஃப் மெச்சூரிட்டி டிட் நாட் அலோ ஹர் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். ஸோ அதை அவர் ரியலைஸ் பண்ணலை. குட் ஹீ ஹாவ் டோல்ட் த ஸ்டோரி இன் எ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் வே? இல்லை ஸ்டோரியை அவர் வேறு விதமாக சொல்லியிருந்திருக்கணுமா? வாஸ் ஹீ பீயிங் ஃபோர்ஸ்ஃபுல் இன் மேக்கிங் ஹர் அக்செப்ட் திஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூ, ஹிஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூ, அவளோட பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவை ஃபோர்ஸ் பண்ணி அவளை அக்செப்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கணுமா? ஸோ இந்த தீஸ் கொஷின்ஸ் டெவலப் a better understanding of children who are growing up. ஸோ இதுக்கெல்லாம் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் என்ன? we should treat them accordingly. So to treat the children according to their point of view, and we should appreciate their points of view, accept the points of view. அவங்களோட point of view accept பண்ணிக்கணும், அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி அவங்கள ட்ரீட் பண்ணணும், and then gently explaining what the deficiencies might be. ரூடாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாமல் ஜென்டிலாக கைண்டாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணணும். என்ன ஃபால்ட், டிஃபிஷியன்சிஸ் என்ன ஃபால்ட், என்ன டிஃபெக்ட் அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம கைண்டாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இட் குட் ஆல்சோ பி அபவுட் பேரண்ட்ஸ் பிகமிங் லைக் சில்ட்ரன் தெம்செல்ஸ். இங்கே பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து குழந்தைங்களா மாறி எப்போது வைல் கன்வர்சிங் வித் தேர் சில்ட்ரன், அவங்க குழந்தைங்கக்கிட்ட கன்வர்ஸ் பண்ணும்போது அவங்க குழந்தையாக மாதிரி ஸோ அவங்களோட பார்வையில் அவங்களோட பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூவை ஷேர் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, ஷேரிங் தியர் சில்ட்ரன் பர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ், லுக்கிங் த்ரூ தயர்ஸ், அவங்க இடத்துல இருந்து குழந்தைங்களா மாறி அவங்களோட வியூஸை ஷேர் பண்ணணும். அண்ட் தென் அப்ரிஷியேட்டிங் அண்ட் என்கரேஜிங் டைவர்ஜன்ட் திங்கிங் இன் தெம். அவங்களுக்குள்ளே இருக்க டைவர்ஜன்ட் திங்கிங்கை, வித்தியாசமான திங்கிங்கை பேரண்ட்ஸ் ஷுட் அப்ரிஷியேட் அண்ட் என்கரேஜ். Solutions for this moral issue or appreciating the children's point of view and gently explaining what the deficiencies might be. Okay, and then parents becoming like children themselves while conversing with their children, and they should share their children's perspective, looking through their eyes and appreciating and encouraging divergent thinking in them. The main conflicts of ideas, that is, it is all right for the wizard to change the smell of Roger's skunk to that of roses, while Jack believes that changing the skunk's smell to that of roses was not right. It was not the right solution. So wizardக்கு ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க்கு ரோஸ் ஸ்மெல் கொடுத்தது ரைட், ஆனால் ஜாக்கு இட் வாஸ் நாட் ரைட். இட் வாஸ் நாட் த ரைட் சொல்யூஷன். He wants to tell her how greatly parents love their children and they know what is best for their children. ஜாக் என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புகிறாரு அவரோட பொண்ணு ஜோக்கு அப்படின்னா, பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அவங்க சில்ட்ரனை எந்த அளவுக்கு அவங்க மேலே அன்பு வச்சுருக்காங்க, அவங்களுக்கு எது பெஸ்ட்டு அப்படிங்கிறது பேரண்ட்ஸுக்கு தெரியும் அப்படிங்கிறத இந்த கதை மூலயமா சொல்லணும்னு நினச்சார். ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க்ஸ் மதர் நியூ தட் வித் த பாசிங் ஆஃப் டைம் ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க்ஸ் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வுட் அக்செப்ட் ஹிம் ஆஸ் ஹி வாஸ். ஸோ ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க்ஸ்க்கு மதர் தெரியும், நாளை போக்கில் கண்டிப்பாக அவரோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க. ஸ்கங்கோட ஜென்ரல் குவாலிட்டி அதுதான், நேச்சர் அதுதான் அப்படின்னு அது புரிஞ்சு அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்குவாங்கங்கிறது ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க்ஸ்க்கு மதருக்கு தெரியும். அதனால என்ன பண்ணாங்க, they went to the wizard. It was not right for Roger Skunk to smell of roses because that was not how nature wanted him to be. Then he would lose his identity that he had as a skunk. ஸோ ராஜர் ஸ்கங்குக்கு ரோஸ் ஸ்மெல் வந்து இட் வாஸ் நாட், அது பொருத்தமாகாது. ஸோ நேச்சர் வந்து அதுக்கான குவாலிட்டியை வந்து என்ன அது கொடுத்துருக்க குவாலிட்டியை மாற்றினா ஸ்கங்கோட ஐடென்டிட்டியே அது வந்து இழந்துரும். ஓகே, ஸோ இட் வாஸ் நாட் ரைட் ஃபார் ராஜர் ஸ்கங்க் டு ஸ்மெல் ஆஃப் ரோசஸ். இயற்கையாக நேச்சர் என்ன குவாலிட்டி கொடுத்துருக்கோ அதை மாற்றுறது தப்பு. His mother would not recognize him as her own son. ஸோ மதர் வந்து would not recognize, own son recognize பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. And of course his friends wouldn't be with him all the time. ஃப்ரெண்டுக்காக அந்த குவாலிட்டியை மாற்றினா ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து they will not be with him all the time. யார் கூட இருப்பா? parents. What mattered most was to have friends and at the same time retain the love and affection of his mother. ஸோ என்ன கடைசியாக அப்படின்னா ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து நமக்கு வேணும் தான், பட் அட் த சேம் டைம் we should retain love and affection of our mother. ஸோ ஹியர் ஸ்கங்குக்கு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வேணும், ஆனால் it should retain the love and affection of his mother without losing the identity that nature had given him. அதோட ஐடென்டிட்டியை லூஸ் பண்ணாமல் நேச்சர் எப்படி அதுக்கு குவாலிட்டி கொடுத்தாரோ அது மாறாமல் இருக்கணுங்கிறது முக்கியம். ஓகே, the theme of the story. The story emphasizes the role of parenting and authority. It also focuses on the interrogative nature of the children and how important it is to tell them the right thing and the just and the righteous moral of the stories in order to guide them in the right direction. Moral of the story. The story Should Wizard Hit Mommy addresses important moral issues. It deals with the idea that parents know what is best for their children because parents love their children the most. One should not look for instant solutions to the problems in life. One should wait patiently for acceptance from friends. That's the end of the lesson. Thank you.